Home loans. And now, the fifth Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Garibaldi, J.P. Shattuck.
Welcome in. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. It is Monday, and the first hour is presented by Jet Home Loans. Busy 2 hours ahead. We're at the Hyundai Studios of the Miller Electric Center, 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. Here's what's coming up, presented by Deep Eddy Vodka, handcrafted with real fruit. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. A performance review from Miami, and we don't mean the game. We mean the joint practice on Thursday. Pete was there. We'll get his take on that. Final roster cuts looming 4 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Time, the deadline to get it down to 53, but probably not the end of the game. Could be a long week. We'll keep it real with game-by-game predictions. And these, I wonder if we'll have any locks tonight. We haven't had any locks yet on this show. I have a feeling that could happen tonight. Fanatics fan questions are in the second hour as well. Austin Lane with us in studio as always. What's up, Austin?
How are we doing, man? I'm doing great. Great. So, if you're the fifth Ninja Turtle, what would your weapon of choice be then?
That's a great question.
What do you bring on the table?
I don't know. Pete, what do you think it would be?
What would your weapon be?
Yeah.
You always bring a gun to any fight.
That's not a bad one. It defeats the whole. They're martial artists. You don't have guns.
Well, they can do all that they want, but if you had the gun, you win.
Yeah.
I guess so. It's not really. Yeah. Whatever.
What weapons do they usually use?
Well,
Like-
what?
Nunchucks. We got like a sword.
Well, I'm going back to my kid days, right? Michelangelo was nunchucks.
Correct.
Raphael had the sai.
Yep.
Leonardo.
What
had
about the little stars that you throw? That you know what I'm talking about? Those little
those little
stars.
I could probably use those.
Yeah.
Donatello had the bow.
The stick. Just call it a stick.
Yeah,
That's what it was. It was a giant stick.
And then Leonardo had the katana blades.
There we go.
Yeah, you're right.
I can honestly say with 100% certainty that came out after I was grown by then. I never watched it.
Oh,
so
yeah, that was big in my generation, especially
wheelhouse.
because coming from Central Wisconsin, where any fair that you went to, you were able to acquire any of those weapons. If you got two balls like in the fishbowl or whatever, you throw them in the fishbowl. Oh yeah, here's some size for you. Here's some nunchucks, and parents are like, just don't poke your eye out. You're good to go.
Yeah, right. Just use it in the
Hey,
yard outside.
by the way, I was at the practice the other day, and I have to tell you this.
Oh boy.
I don't know if I necessarily believe him. Baselli said he hasn't listened to any of the show yet.
I don't believe him either. What do you think, Austin?
I mean, he's kind of a busy dude. I feel like, especially now in the preseason.
Yeah, but as busy as he is, I know he would find time to listen at least part of the way.
Or he might be a podcast guy, Pete, if he's doing a walk or something.
But some form or fashion, he's listening. He's listened to the show.
That's
He
what I'm saying.
knows we've taken some shots, and like I told him, I said, "You're dressing like Gladstone," and he got all defensive about it. And he said that he had the hoodie before Gladstone even came to the team. And he said you can ask his wife. She ordered the Lululemon hoodie with the Jaguars. Somehow they found a way, and Gladstone liked it, and he got it, and that's where he started wearing them. So Tony's trying to act like he's a trendsetter, when the reality is, and Osher will attest to this, he's dressing like Gladstone.
I don't remember wearing stuff like that before. I'll be honest with you, Pete.
No, I don't either. And like Osher always says, remember the old, they walk alike, they talk alike, remember that from the Identical Cousins? What was that show back in the day? And I said that to Baselli when he was walking away, and he turned back and he started laughing. So that came out of that. He doesn't listen. I don't believe him. Number two that came out of that, I told Liam Cohn, and JP, you were there. I told him I ripped him on the show last week for the clock management.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm not going to back away from anything I say. I stand by it. And so I told him. And he explained what happened. And when he explained what happened, I said I'd go on the air and I'd take back my ripping of him.
So what happened?
Oh, this is interesting.
What did he say?
It was a run-pass play call that in the first or second quarter, when they get the look that they got, you check to that pass. But with 3 minutes and 30-something seconds left or whatever it was in the fourth quarter, when you're holding on to a lead, no matter what the look is, you run the run. And Wolford checked to the pass and threw an incompletion. So when he described that to me, I said, okay, I'm going to give you a pass on that one. I was hard on you, ripped you for it, and I'm going to give you a pass on it. But ultimately, it still falls at the foot of the head coach because he gave him the run pass option when the reality is he should have just given him a run play, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, giving your kid the keys to the car when maybe he's not ready yet, right? So maybe just put him in the golf cart and call it a day.
Right? Should he have not just called a run play in that scenario? Of course he should have. But he called a play with a run pass with a pass option off of it. If you got a certain look, well, they got the look. You still run the run.
Did the quarterback forget just to go to a run?
Why even call a play that has a pass option off of it?
But maybe once
point
again
is this. Hold on, Austin.
Right, sorry.
It's don't apologize.
Yeah.
It's preseason week 2, Pete. And he
But
explained it to you, and you're still mad at it.
Gets okay. So now I guarantee you, in the exact same scenario in the regular season, the play he would call would be a 100% run play. He learned from that.
Okay.
Did he not?
Well, did he, or is Trevor Lawrence going to make the correct call? Right? Like, this is the preseason, and we're not trying to hang banners in the preseason like the Ravens are right now, with the, once again, going undefeated in the preseason. I think it's more of, let's see what this quarterback can do. Let's see what Johnny Wolford can make the correct call. Obviously, it wasn't the correct call, and, we'll see if Johnny Wolford's on the team by the end of the day or by tomorrow. So, with that being said, I just think it's more of, let's leave it up to the quarterback. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how he handles it. He didn't handle it properly. You move on.
See, I think in the next scenario, no matter what the scenario is, he calls a run play in that scenario.
But at least you got to approach the coach about it and get his take on it.
And you know what?
Cool.
And you know what I like about him?
Yeah.
Is he explains it. Mm-hmm. He doesn't get all angry about it, and you move on. And he understood. It didn't faze him at all. And there's been people in that building it's fazed a lot of the times. It didn't seem to bother him. And so I thought, and I'm going to be honest about this, I thought after the Duval that he might be somebody who pays attention to the little things and allows them to bother him. I don't think he's going to be that guy at all. And he's almost. This is another compliment. He's candid to a fault. I find. He tells you things, not just me, but you got, at the podium the other day, he said a lot of stuff too. Yes. The other day, JP.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's a really good sign so far. I mean, my first meeting with Urban Meyer, he stormed off and left me standing there and said he had to go coach to get this team ready while I'm standing there ready to ask him about 3 or 4 more questions. I mean, he was just rude. And this guy seemed to handle just the slightest little bit of criticism and explained himself, and he didn't get angry or upset or anything. You were there, JP. You saw him. He was cool as can be, and so I give him credit for that.
Now, part of that too, right? True colors can come out when adversity really hits. And there's going to be some adversity this season. It's just how it's going to go. They'll lose a couple, 3 in a row or something, and then you'll find out, do the schedules all of a sudden change? Is the panic button hit? Are they stopping answering questions like that? I mean, we've seen that happen before too, where everything's rosy, and then all of a sudden, Austin, it's not. And so I don't think it's going to go that track. To your point, Pete, this feels different. Yeah, but you just don't know until you know.
No, and that's going to be the biggest question. When everything's, you're in the preseason or you're winning football games, it's easy. When you start losing games, you start going on that losing streak, the attitude can change a little bit. And that's what I'm more curious about anything. And I've said this before on the show. That's what I'll be watching very closely is how does this regime handle the adversity, right? Do you stay true to who you are and you're still going to be transparent, taking us through the plays and everything? Or now all of a sudden it's like you wouldn't understand, right? Because we've had that before as well. And I'll say this about Urban Meyer too, Pete. Like, I had the golden ticket with Urban Meyer. So by my understanding, he used to watch like the other show that I'm on, the Brett and Austin show. I can say it, I think, right? We're good? Whatever.
I just said it. You just said it.
So he used to watch our show and he loved it. But he would search his name. We would put it on Twitter and he would watch our show. So when he did that, he told us like, hey, anytime you guys want me on, let's do it. So we were excited. We're going to have complete access to Urban Meyer the entire year. And then what happened, and unfortunately, we weren't looking for access anymore after that.
Yeah. Didn't work out.
Well, we never had any access to him after week one, I don't think.
Yeah,
I
what on
mean,
this?
you remember when I came? That was when I made the thing about the loudspeaker he had in
Winners
practice. I
and
made a couple
losers.
jokes and everything, and that was the end of that. That was over with. That was done with. And then I will admit I was probably a little hard on Urban, justifiably, but I went. This show every Monday was like we beat him up pretty good on this show.
Yeah, and then we had to guess who got to host the Urban Meyer show later in the week. Okay, thanks, Pete. Appreciate that. That was awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't me hosting it. I was the one beating him up. You didn't beat him up.
I know. That was a trip. What a year that was. Why do we go down this path? Hey, it's Jaguars Happy Hour, 1010XL, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. Busy 2 hours ahead. But, Pete, coming out of that practice Thursday, we'll forget about the game, right? The game was what it was. 36 guys didn't dress. 46 or something didn't play.
So, I watched the defensive tape, though, because I wanted to see some of those guys so I can dive into that
from the game. But coming out of that practice, it
was bad.
Not good, huh?
No, it was not good. And I mean, there were some good defensive things done. I thought the defensive line had some really good plays. Armstead showed up in the work. I think that was good. I thought the pass rushers, Trayvon Walker couldn't be blocked half the time. They had a bad red zone period on defense. Other than that, they kind of dominated Miami on that side of the ball. But the offense was disjointed. It didn't look good. And they had a terrible red zone period. Trevor threw a terrible interception. It looked like Strange might have run the wrong route, but whatever. You don't throw it in that scenario. And then it just didn't look great. Brian Thomas Jr. got going a little bit. I know there's been some concern about him. I wouldn't be so concerned about him. I know he hadn't had a great camp. He's had some drops. He hasn't been as good. Don't worry about him. The lights go on, he'll go on. He's one of those guys. I'm not worried about him. Tootin had a great run. You remember, scooted down the left sideline. Nobody was catching him. But aside from that, it looked like a practice. And Austin, you've been there, where teams know it's the end of training camp. Yeah. It's like the last day of school. I'm done. I'm finished. It's on to the next thing. I'm done. And that's what it looked like.
Well, and I spoke about this on the pregame as well, and I was disappointed that you couldn't have back-to-back days as a joint practice, because usually in those joint practices, if you get your butts kicked a little bit or you feel like you lost that day, you get a chance to make it right the next day, right? Well, the next opportunity would have been the preseason game, and obviously the starters don't play. So that's kind of like the lasting effect that you have. And by my indications, I wasn't there, but what I heard was that the offensive line, they didn't do their best. It looked like the Miami defensive line was kind of having a field day in the backfield. So if that's the case, and that's your last impression, if you will, of going against, the true ones, I mean, then maybe you're a little tentative going against the Carolina team week one now.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just think it was just they were a little flat and they just didn't look good. And by the way, the Dolphins looked flat and didn't look good either. And it was and one thing, talking to Liam Cohen about it afterwards, he kind of expected it would be a little bit like that, in large part because the Dolphins had work with two different teams already. And, you sometimes, and this is the first time Jacksonville went and hit somebody other than themselves, and he just wanted to hit somebody else. He just wanted to see somebody else. So he kind of expected it would be a little flat. It was. And, I mean, there was a play. I'll give you an example. There's a play where Trevor comes to the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins show single high safety, but just before the snap, they rotated to two high. And as they rotated to two high, he read it right, and I think it was Washington went right down the seam, and it should have been what would have been a touchdown, big play down the middle of the field. And Washington kind of turned instead of he stopped running and kind of turned.
I remember that.
You remember that play?
I do. It was deep.
What's that, JP?
It was a deep throw. It was like down the hash marks. Yeah.
To me, I look at that play and I grade it and I go, okay, quarterback saw the rotation, right read, made the right throw, plus. And then the receiver kind of stopped running. That's the kind of, it's the little tiny little things that they just missed on certain things like that. But in the regular season, I give that a plus play for the quarterback, even though he missed the throw, because he read the rotation and then hit it right between the seams. The safety split and he hit it right up the middle. Should have been a touchdown.
Gotta have those. It's all about the details.
What was your guys' thoughts about the fights that took part? Because obviously on Twitter it can get over embellished, right? Like rumor had it went over to like the indoor facility or something.
He was right there.
It was right
he was
in
right
front
in the
of
middle
me.
of it.
It went into the indoor. So, quick synopsis is not at the end of the day. Cooler heads prevailed. Nobody got hurt, and it's over. So Quentin Jackson's running up the sideline with a football, shoulder down as he always does. A big guy hits the defensive back who pushes him back. And then Jackson throws the football at his face. All hell breaks loose. Scrum. They're on the ground. Then there's some side scrum. And here comes LaQuint Allen across from the other sideline, not even in the play, sprinting across past the first scrum, and then hits some guy, and then they all roll into the indoor facility. There's like 15 guys in the indoor facility. Here comes James Gladstone. Here comes Baselli limping over there, trying to break it up. I mean, and then it probably was like, 5 minutes, Pete? They had to like get people out of there, Bigsby, pull him out, and then nothing really happened after that. Though.
Nobody got ejected.
There was
or anything.
one that almost happened on the other side, Austin, and I figured it would. They were split into two fields where the Dolphins offense was working with the Jaguars defense. There was a little Trayvon Walker got into it with a little bump with somebody. It looked like it might go. Then there was another play where I can't remember who it was, hit the running back a little, gave him a little thump, and they almost went, but they didn't. You could just see it. They had one over there, so it was almost like they were inviting one on the other field as well.
And you know what? If I'm at the Dolphins, the one person I'm probably not going to pick on is Trayvon Walker, because I think he can probably handle his own business.
Yeah, but the dumbest thing ever is fighting, and you. I mean, you're gonna break a hand hitting somebody in the helmet. It's just it doesn't. If somebody gets twisted the wrong way and they hurt their leg in the scrum, it's whatever. It's just a show of force. Usually, you can do that without getting into a scrum where it gets to the point where. And Austin, as a fighter, it's dumb.
As a fighter professionally, but also in training camp, I think I had the most fights of all time in Jaguars history.
Did you ever break your hand?
No. So like that was kind of like, and Pete, I get what you're saying. Jack used to always tell us this, Coach Del Rio, like never punch somebody in the face mask because you'll break your hand. And yeah, like that's cool when you're just chill when you're in the meeting room. But like when you're out there and someone's pushing you after the whistle, like the last thing you're thinking about is, okay, well, I can't punch him in the face. I'm gonna break my hand. Like just instincts take over and it's a fight. But one of my welcome to the NFL moments, I told you one of them. The other one, I talked about the fight in the cold tub. But my first fight in practice, none other than Montel Owens, which is like the nicest dude of all time. And it was on special teams. It was on a punt team. And I was giving the scout look. Didn't like how he pushed me after the whistle. I pushed him back, and then here we go. And this was, by the way, just in helmets. There was no pads or anything. So, like, I remember after the practice, like, Coach Del Rio comes up to me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, he pushed me after the whistle. What do you want me to do? It's like, I didn't know who Montel Owens was, right? Like, I don't know who, like, the special teams aces are my first day of practice. And he's like, you got no reason to hit him. He's like one of the good guys. I go, well, tell him not to push me after the whistle will be fine. So then we're in the locker room and everything, and you kind of hug it out, and it's all good. But, like, getting to know Montel Owens throughout the years, for, like, my 3 years here in Jacksonville, I haven't surprised myself that me and him actually came to blows one time because, like, he is, like, the nicest dude ever on the football field.
The worst ones are when they carry over.
Oh, yeah.
You go into the locker room and they carry. Did you ever have any that carried over, or yours were only in the field?
No, usually mine were always in the field. I would say me and Eben Britton fought every other day at practice. And it was every other day. And like it never carried over in the locker room. But one time, it was my second year. I think it would have been Eben's third or fourth year. We had to do Oklahoma drills because of that. But it got so ridiculous. Real quick, we were in Chicago. We were playing together as well in training camp. And we fought so much because we're just the same type of personality. Don't touch me after the whistle. I won't touch but we always went at it. And there was one time in Chicago we went at it during training camp. And, like, we're throwing fists. I was hitting him in the helmet and everything. And we got thrown off the field. And then after that, we had media obligations. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to mess with the situation because this is like my 20th fight with Eben Britton. So the media is like, what happened out there? And I go, oh, it's simple. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. He's a big Twilight fan, I said, like the Twilight series. And I go, we got in a giant argument about, which book series is better, Harry Potter or Twilight. And the media took that in Chicago and ran with it. Two Bears players getting a fight over, books or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, that's what I thought. Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've got plenty ahead. Trade alert again. The Jaguars making another deal. We'll get to that coming up, what that means for the offensive line at the cut deadline tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Second hour, Fanatics fan questions. We're going to keep it real by picking the record, game by game. That's coming up in the second hour as well. We are off and running. Jags fans want customized Jags furniture for your home. Check out zipchair.com to browse all customizable options. ZipChair, furniture for fans. It's Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Hey, Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville builders score big with DL Cabinetry. As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium, because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Like I just told them, very proud to, to be their coach in terms of the way that these guys continue to compete, the effort, the physicality. I thought they played specifically on the defensive side of the ball, very well. A couple. You got your 4th and 16 that we give up, which is a little disappointing in a situation where we end up giving up points. But against their first defense, I thought our guys that were in the game played against their first offense. Competed really well. Made it hard on them early on, and really made it hard on them to kind of move it all night.
That's Liam Cohen after the game in Miami, preseason week 3. Welcome back. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans on 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Briscoe, and the Jags have executed another trade. Trade machine is on here at the Miller Electric Center. Fred Johnson, offensive tackle, traded to the Eagles for a 2026 7th-round pick. The question now is, now what? What does that mean for depth on the offensive line and some of the pieces as we get closer to the cut line here?
I mean, to me, it tells me that some of the injuries on this offensive line maybe aren't as bad as we think they are, right? Because once again, Fred Johnson, I get maybe wasn't pushing for a starting spot, but he's a big-bodied guy. And anytime Howie Roseman makes a move, I'm always like kind of leery about it because like he's I respect him as a GM. He's done a lot for that franchise. So I'm like, okay, well, did the Eagles just pull one over on the Jaguars by getting him for a 7th-round pick? Like, should I watch more film on Fred Johnson? But overall, I just feel like this means that some of their injury in terms of depth, it's going to be okay.
Cole Van Lannon, right?
Cole Van Lannon, yeah.
I mean, that's what you're looking
Yeah. Look, when Fred Johnson was signed, I even said this, and people have ripped me for it, but their whole idea was that he would come in and push for a starting job. And it didn't work out. Now, some of the stuff you hear is that Fred Johnson isn't the hardest worker at times. I didn't hear that. That was some of the reputation in Philly. So I don't know if that was the case here. But he never grabbed it and challenged Walker Little at left tackle. When he went to right tackle, he was better at right tackle, but he still didn't take the job. And so when you're sitting there and he's only going to be a swing tackle and he's only on a 1-year deal, why not get a pick back for him? And it tells you that Cole Van Lannon is going to be the swing tackle. There's also flexibility there. McCary can play right tackle, which he's done. Milam has played right tackle when he's back. So there is some position flexibility there. Will they keep 10? That's the question now. And if they do, who's 10? Is 10 on the roster or do they go get one? I think that's the question right now.
And then how far away is Wyatt Milam would be my other part of that equation too.
Right. Well, if they keep 10, then I think he would be one of them, I think. I mean, he'd be 9, and then so who would be 10 be? I'm counting him.
Okay, you already are.
Yeah. So I think if you look at their offensive linemen, it's easy to make the cut. We did it last week, but now I think this throws a little wrench into it that I think if you keep 10, I don't think 10's on. Do you think 10's on the roster? Who would it be?
I mean,
Foster?
I'm sitting here looking at it, and nothing really pops out at me as somebody that maybe you can upgrade that in waiver claims.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think 10, if they keep 10, the 10 offensive linemen's coming from somebody else. I think what they do at wide receiver, that's still coming from somebody else. I don't know if you guys saw the reports out of Denver, but I had heard this. They were in the Vele trade for the receiver from Denver. New Orleans ended up getting him, but the reports out of Denver, Sean Payton said it, that Jacksonville was in it. And so they're looking for another wide receiver too. I think that guy's on somebody else's roster. I think the number 10 offensive lineman, maybe even 9, we don't know how that'll play out yet. That's on somebody else's roster. I think, maybe that's about it. I think maybe another corner, depending on, somebody else's roster. But they're looking. They're going to be looking. They're going to be active. You should be.
It's tough though we're talking about the 9th and 10th linemen. I mean, they're not going to be starting lineup guys, and certainly on the offensive line, it's got to be one of the most difficult positions for somebody to just come in and start. You don't want to. You got to protect the quarterback.
You're not talking
right?
about starter, JT.
No. We're talking about depth guys here. That's all we're talking about.
Yeah, and and again, I go back to Monheim and Milam, 2 young players you can now develop.
Yeah,
I think why not get another one if you can find one out there? I think that makes sense.
So then, from your opinion then, Pete, like, are we talking about if you're going to find a guy in the waiver wire, we're not talking about like an experienced veteran who's been around the league for a while. You'd much rather see just like this younger guy who can kind of develop and everything in your system, and then, maybe 3 or 4 years down the line, we're talking about pushing for a starting spot?
Yeah. I mean, unless Van Lannon is hurt worse than we know, then I think you have to look at the tackle position. But the problem is you get to the 2nd and 3rd team offensive linemen on teams, you're usually looking at spinning tops.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality of it. It's cruel. You watch a lot of preseason football. It's horrible.
Let's come back and get into the linebacker room. That's another question of who and what and where. And Pete will have the answers for us all, as he always does.
I hope I do.
I'm sure he will. He'll find one. Austin, you will too. You'll give us answers.
I mean, I didn't watch all 22, but I have some answers, I think, too.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're going to get them when we come back. On 1010XLAM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. And Jags football is officially back. Well, next week at least. Be there as the number 2 overall pick, Travis Hunter, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars take the field for the first time against the Panthers September 7th. Go to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. And this is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson. You've seen and heard our ads where I talk about Renewal by Anderson's exclusive Fibrix material being twice as strong as vinyl, incredibly energy efficient, and custom built to fit your home perfectly. But if you haven't reached out yet, now's the time. August only. Renewal by Anderson is offering triple savings. $300 off every window, $825 off every patio door. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank. Advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Jaguar Hall of Famer Tony Baselli telling you about Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and home remodeling company. With over 25 years of trusted experience, Heritage of North Florida has built a reputation for quality, reliability, and craftsmanship. Whether you need a new roof or updating your kitchen or bathroom, trust the pros at Heritage of North Florida to create the perfect place to call home. Mention Jaguars to get $1,500 off your next roof or kitchen remodel when you go to heritagenfl.com. Go Jags.
I'm excited to still see that this team's identity being shaped in real time, the theme that is presenting itself, right? From one game to the next, from one practice to the next, and now a joint practice, his physicality is showing up on every side of the line of scrimmage and the back end for our defense. Our wide receivers showing a grit and a level of interest in what they do for the ball carriers. It is now a part of this team, and very happy that that's the case. I think obviously once we get into real game settings in the regular season, like for that to show itself there, but the fact that that's presenting in a real way, in a consistent way, is something that I'm really happy with.
That's James Gladstone, general manager, in his appearance with Baselli last week on the Liam Cohen Show on the Jaguars Radio Network. And welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans. We're at the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center, 1010XL, AM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube, JP Shadrick, Austin Lane here in Jacksonville, Pete Prisco down in South Florida, and James Gladstone and company getting ready for their roster cut down to 53 by 4 o'clock tomorrow. And part of that will be in the linebacker room. There's been this drumbeat about Devin Lloyd the last couple weeks, Pete. Are you buying it? Is he Is he in danger here? What's your feel?
No, I don't think so. But what if he got an offer for him? I mean, that would make some sense because he is in the final year of his deal. Somebody out there might think, they need a linebacker and give up something for him. And so maybe in that scenario, because you can remember, they gave up picks to go get Travis Hunter. So any
they
picks you get
didn't.
back,
The previous group did.
right. Yeah. But any picks you get back, well, they gave up the picks to go get Travis Hunter.
Yes.
Well, so any picks you get back is a good thing. And so I think maybe from that standpoint, I don't think you cut him. I mean, I've heard that. That one makes no sense to me. But he has been playing late in games, and right now, if you had to put the starting lineup out there, who's the starting linebacker?
Is it
next to Aluakon?
It's him or Ventrell Miller.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, who would it be? Which one do you think it'll be, Austin?
So to me, it's the question of the hour, I feel like, because you have Ventrell Miller, and by all indications in these preseason games, he's been nothing short of dependable. Like, maybe he hasn't made all the flash plays, he hasn't done a lot of crazy blitzes and things, but in terms of tackling, in terms of being in the right spot at the right time, I feel like Ventrell Miller has done that. I feel like when we talk about Lloyd, he is a little of a liability in coverage. And if you look at this defense, what they're going to try to do, I mean, what I appreciate about this Jaguars defense so far is it's not the basic run-of-the-mill preseason defense. They showed some things. And if you watch what Campanelli did here against Miami, it was all about blitzing and then drop back guys into coverage and put that zone coverage and everything. Are you confident with Devin Lloyd in zone coverage against, a one wide receiver maybe sometimes crossing the middle? I don't know if I am. So it comes down to
Miller's not great in coverage. Miller's not been great in coverage either, but he was a young guy last year.
Yeah.
So he's kind of learning that, whereas Lloyd's been around and still hasn't learned it.
He's still growing. So to me, it's either do you want the safe floor, I feel like, with the Ventrell Miller, or do you want the boomer bust with a Devin Lloyd?
Lloyd would be probably, I think Miller, I get the impression Miller might end up being the starting guy right there. I don't know. I just get that feeling. But then you look at everybody has him ranked. Devin Lloyd is a top 10 linebacker. I mean, we talked about that last week. It just makes no sense to me. But I can't imagine cutting him. I could imagine trading him. But I don't think they cut him.
What would you get for him?
But let's go through the cuts. Okay, let's go to the linebacker room. Aluakon's going to be the starter. Miller will be on the roster. Jack Kaiser's a good football player, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I think
they're keeping him for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But I think Jack Kaiser's going to end up playing at some point. I really do. You see the way he blitzes. He might be their best blitzer right now.
But then here's my problem, Pete, because I look at what Jack Kaiser did against the Dolphins in that quarterback sack, right, where he essentially came untouched. It was the twist game up front.
It was that. I love that where they do the fake dropout and then come up.
It's a beautiful
come
play.
Up the field.
What happens though if you put Devin Lloyd in that situation? I mean, I'm sure he gets there a little faster, right?
Right.
See, so then I'm trying to picture. Okay, well, Kaiser's not going to be the starting linebacker. Here's the play right here. So, I mean, it's a beautiful developed play. I mean, obviously a pretty easy quarterback sack, but he still finishes it, right? Wraps and tackles. Great play.
And then
by
he
Jack
had
Kaiser.
pressure on a similar type of play later in the game where he didn't get him on the ground, but he got to him.
So if we're seeing more plays like this right here from this defense, then I'm going to say, okay, it's going to be Lloyd all day because Lloyd can do this. The big question mark is in coverage. And he'll be asked to do that sometimes as well.
You didn't like Mason Smith dropping back into the middle of the field in coverage a couple times?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I get the creativity, but it's still funny to see that 320-pound defensive lineman dropping into coverage. And he actually took away the middle of the field on that play, if you remember, when he dropped on one of them when he dropped in. But yeah, I think to me, Kaiser's the one by the end of the year might be playing more than people think. So let's cut it. Okay, Gardeck has taken the starting job already. That took about 2 seconds. I'm back. I'm in. Right?
Yeah, it feels that way. So that's 4.
Okay. What do you do?
What do you do with
number 50?
Yeah, that's Branson Combs, a rookie out of Wake Forest.
That kid's been pretty good now.
Mm-hmm. And they like him too, from my understanding.
I do. I like him. I mean, you could probably get him through and put him on the practice squad if you had to, I think.
If you like him that much, why not have him up?
Well, because you can't. How many are you going to have? You're only going to have 6. Counting the outside guys, you can only have 6 total, right?
Aluakon,
Gardeck,
Miller, Kaiser, Gardeck right now are 4.
That's 4.
How about Yasir Abdullah?
He's had a pretty good preseason, actually.
He did show up that last game, too, against the Dolphins. I think he had a quarterback sack. I mean, came untouched, right?
And he's played the run pretty well.
Yeah.
And he's kind of the backup to Gardeck in that spot. The other guys aren't.
And he's still a guy that's kind of learned the position, too, I feel like. I mean, he came in as primarily an edge rusher, right? And then I think it was last season they moved him to outside linebacker and, starting
He's a tough physical guy. He plays good against the run.
And I'm going to say this much. Like, he came untouched here, but great recognition because they call it elephants on parade, right? So when the offensive line goes down, the recognition to know it's not going to actually be a handoff. It's going to be a quarterback bootleg. I mean, that was great instincts right there. Not everybody makes that play, honestly.
I think you keep him. I think Muma's gone.
Okay. Yes. I mean, so I think Chad Muma giving up that touchdown didn't help his situation out at all.
All right, and then there's Devin Lloyd.
I mean, he looked like in space against the wide receiver. He shouldn't be in that situation, but he didn't look good on it. But and then so it's Lloyd or the rookie Combs.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that basically what it comes down to?
And Jalen McLeod hasn't practiced, so I'm going to guess he's out.
I don't think they're getting rid of Lloyd unless they trade him. That's just my gut feeling.
Okay. And if not, they'll try to get Combs to the squad then.
Yeah. That's makes sense, doesn't it? Do you think if Combs goes out on the waiver wire, everybody who wanted him could have had him? You think they're going to get him plucked off of there? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's an undrafted rookie.
Here's the other thing about Devin Lloyd, though, we got to remember. Does he play special teams?
I mean,
he's not been on special. He's not been on.
Yeah, I mean, they tried it a little bit. I think more than normal in the preseason just to see.
Because your backup linebackers have to be core special teams guys. Kaiser will be. Combs could be.
Yeah. Gardeck will be.
That's his MO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he's a starter though. He's still probably going to be on special teams.
Yeah, but he's the starter at the strong side. It's not like he's out there all the time.
It's not like he's not on the field all the time. But another thing about Gardeck can do, he can put his hand on the ground and go rush the passer too. He's done that too.
Yeah.
It's funny. As soon as he came back in the other day when they went to Miami, the first team defense went on the field. There's Gardeck right on the field with the first team. That didn't take long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Abdullah's been good. I think Abdullah's had a good training camp, at least from what I've watched, and good preseason.
And he's in year 3, so you got time with him. He's not. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Plus, there's nobody who else plays that position if he doesn't play it.
Yeah.
If Gardeck got hurt, and remember, Gardeck's coming off a major injury. If he got hurt again, who plays the position? That's why I think Abdullah would make sense. The other side of that, though, is if you cut Abdullah, would somebody claim him, or could you put him on the practice squad?
I mean, Somebody might claim him.
I can see
high enough draft pick, right?
I can see Abdullah going someplace else.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can go into the season with not having a backup for Gardeck in that spot. You know what I mean?
Unless they find one on the wire somewhere.
Well, and again, that's a possibility.
That's
a possibility. I mean, I think there's some here's an interesting cut. What do you do, and we can talk about this at some point, but what do you do with Jefferson? Because he was actually better the other night.
Jordan Jefferson. Let's come back and dig into the D-line in our final moments of this first hour. Austin's got a lot to say, I think. I can tell.
He's chomping at the bit.
Big fella.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And by the way, with all due respect to Austin Johnson, the defensive guys dropped back into coverage. He had 2 interceptions last year, in case you guys didn't know.
All right, Pete.
That's why defensive tackles drop back into coverage, man. He gets some interceptions.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, that's not why you pay him, though.
From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today. Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dream Finders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dream Finders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dream Finders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam? 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
My best friend Riley loved going to the beach. She was a great swimmer. Then one day, during a swim meet, she collapsed. She had cancer, Hodgkin lymphoma. She spent months getting care at UF Health. The doctors did so much, even put her in a clinical trial. I wish we could go to the beach right now. But she's working.
Out of the water.
She's on lifeguard duty. Maybe we'll head out when her shift is done.
UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Yingling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching from your favorite bar, Yingling is the taste of tradition. Yingling, legends stand the test of time.
Before you found out about Breeze Airways nonstop routes, your flight up north may have gone something like this. Drive to the airport, fly west to a hub, lay over for 4 hours, realize you need to take a shuttle to the other terminal, board another flight north, get a rental car, drive another hour, get there, exhausted. But now you can book a straight-shot Breeze flight to Providence on a nice plane with nice people for a nice price. Breeze Airways, seriously nice.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Prisco, and Jaguars Happy Hour. The first hour presented by Jet Home Loans. We're on 1010XLAM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. Second hour, we'll keep it real by picking game by game, and those will stand. You can't go to Vegas on the show. You can't go to Vegas. Good thing your mic was off. Can't say that.
Okay, good. Sorry about that.
Can't do that.
Sorry about that.
Can't take it to Vegas.
You're gonna hold us. You're gonna hold us to it though. Early pick, huh?
This is the one that you're going to be graded on all year.
Ooh,
that's coming up in hour number 2.
This is my first impression too. That's a lot of pressure on me.
No pressure.
Okay, because it's going to be a team.
Just the biggest pick you'll have all year.
It's going to be a collective team effort, though, right? I'm not doing my own.
You're
Pete's
doing
not
your
doing
own.
his own. Oh, we're doing our own,
and we're grading against.
You know what?
Each other.
Here's the other thing too, JP. We're not on next week, so we're not on before the first game.
Right.
So if somebody wants to lock week 1,
tonight would be the night.
Wow, Austin, you could step right into that one. I mean, you know what? The other buffoon that used to sit in that seat used to lock a lot of things and never get them right.
The other buffoon? What are you trying to say, Pete?
Well, he said you're
I'm in buffoon territory now, Pete Prisco.
Apparently that side of the room.
You're number 1 buffoon. I'm number 2 buffoon, and Tony was number 3 buffoon, and Austin's now has to show he's not a buffoon.
Print the T-shirts. Let's go. Yep. Sounds like some merchandising.
A bunch of buffoons on this show. We'll see if anybody locks week 1. That's all coming up in hour number 2. Hey, before we went, we were staying on defense, and then it drifted back to the defensive line and the interior especially. They've added Colin Saunders in a trade. They've got Devon Hamilton, and then Jordan Jefferson's going into year number 2. Pete, you brought him up. Austin, you were about to go off. What's up?
No, I mean, I thought Jordan Jefferson, especially in the run game, I thought he showed some stuff against Miami. Because what you have to realize with the last preseason game, because I've been there before too, right? Like I was on the bubble, it's between me and 2 other guys. And that last preseason game, they watch with the microscope to see what exactly this guy did. And I was watching Jefferson a lot because I think he's on the bubble. I'm going to be honest. He may or may not make the team. not saying he had the performance to make the team against Miami, but I think he helped himself a lot just in terms of being stout in the run game, had some tackles and everything. And I thought it's probably the best that he's played so far that we've seen him in this preseason.
Yeah, and he wasn't playing much of the time against the ones early in the game. He played against the backups, but he was better, and that it makes it for he hadn't had a great camp or preseason from what I've heard, and so that's always a concern. But we can go through that position. Hamilton's in. Armstead, by the way, was good against Miami in the practice. He had a good practice against them. That's a good sign. Mason Smith was better in the practice, wasn't good in the game at all, I didn't think, at least watching the tape. I thought he didn't get off his blocks. And he said something last week I thought was interesting, that he's had a hard time getting his legs back, which is natural because you can do all the running and sprinting you want. You know this, Austin. You're still not in football shape.
No, not at all.
So I think so he had a good practice on Thursday against Miami and wasn't great in the game. And so I think that's because his legs probably aren't all the way back. So it's by the time the regular season rolls around, he should be in the mix. So he's on the team. So then that's 3, right? We got those 3: Armstead, Hamilton, Smith. Saunders is on the team. Is Johnson on the team?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I haven't really seen a lot of him.
Nothing, right?
So I don't know if there's like a nagging injury or something.
Austin Johnson, yeah, 10th year man out of Penn State.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you much about him, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, he had 2 interceptions last year, JP. That's all you need to know.
I guess so.
I don't know if he's on the team. And in fact, number 5 might come from another team. Because there's some big body guys where teams have a couple guys that you might end up seeing them get cut, maybe get a younger guy in there. But that leaves you with what at that position? Jefferson wouldn't, in that scenario, Jefferson would be cut. Johnson would be cut.
Yeah.
Who else would be cutting that? There's
Tyler,
a couple others
Tyler
on that.
Lacey,
who started some in the preseason.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Yes, he did.
That group is not done yet.
That's the interior D line.
Well, I think that's a group too that you can always try to improve on, right? Like if you want to raise the floor a little bit, like okay, if we see the roster right now and you see a Tyler Lacey or a Jefferson, could you theoretically see somebody better on the waiver wire? Probably, right? Like, because once again, some of these guys, like we saw with Saunders, it's a system thing where, I think Saunders is going to fit the system here better than maybe he fit in New Orleans. So you look at, okay, maybe there's some teams that they're running 3-4 defense where this guy's an explosive first step but can't handle, 2-gapping. Well, that's fine. You bring him to Jacksonville, plays the 1 gap, plays the 3 technique or nose, whatever the case may be, and he'll be better off. So I do feel like that's one position where you feel like you can talk about upgrading in terms of the waiver wire. It might be there.
I wish, and my better than team, they drafted 3 of the guys on my better than team, by the way, which I love when they do. One was Monheim, one was Milam, and one was Tootin. All 3 will make the team. But the guy who was the captain of my better than team was Jamari Caldwell. He's now a defensive tackle from Oregon for the Chargers, and he has been really good in the preseason. He's a wide body, 330-pounder. He went in the 3rd round. Who did they take in that round? That was
that Ransaw, Caleb Ransaw, wasn't it?
They took Ransaw in the 3rd round. So I know they like Caldwell, and Ransaw's another roster decision, by the way. How hurt is he?
Right, that's the big question. We just haven't seen him in a while, and obviously they liked him enough to have him around when he was out there.
I liked him. I liked Ransaw a lot. I think he's a really good player. But the big body, 330-pound defensive tackle is something that would be nice to have, wouldn't it? A young one like that who could push the pocket.
To your point, it was Ransaw and Milam. They had 2 in the 3rd.
When did Caldwell go in that 3rd round?
Let me go. I got to go back. Hang on.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, they don't have a giant body in there. Like Armstead's a big guy, but he's not a giant body. You know what I'm talking about? The Marcus Stroud guy.
Yeah.
Or
Darius or Darius when he was here. When
Marcel Darius.
Yeah, when they traded for him, and that was obviously a difference maker when they got him here.
Yeah, the big body guy, the power big body. I mean, Hamilton's a nose. He's a big body guy, but you know what I'm talking about. That guy, the 3 technique, big power guy that can square and
just
get up
causing
the field.
chaos in the backfield.
Yeah.
Who were you asking about in the 3rd round, Pete? What was his name?
Jamari Caldwell. I think he was a 3rd rounder.
Yeah, hang on.
For the Chargers.
Hang on. Yeah, third rounder. He was 86th overall, and the Jaguars 2 picks later had Ransaw and Milam back to back.
Okay, so he was gone by the time they
Yes,
picked.
he was gone.
Okay.
So
See,
it's a move.
Gladstone should have made a move.
Come on, James. Pull the trigger, man. Jeez. You go up and get number 2 overall. You can't do this in the third round.
James, Cy Balky used to make moves all the time. Look how that worked out for him.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. What in the world? So,
I mean, think about this. There's another thing. Let's think about this. Trent Baalke's drafts. There's a lot of guys in jeopardy of going from those drafts in recent years. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about Lloyd. That was a trade up. Let's not forget.
Yep.
Trade up.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Muma, which was still in the history of the team. It might be, no offense to Chad Muma, but it might be the dumbest pick they've ever made because they traded up to get a linebacker after paying Aluakon and then drafting Muma. It made no sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 off of that draft. Who else? There's a couple others that are going to go too.
Fortner's gone.
Oh, Fortner's gone. Foster might go.
Yeah.
He's a 4th rounder. If Jefferson, was Jefferson a 4th rounder if he goes?
Yeah.
And to me, this is the telltale sign of what makes a great franchise and just what kind of makes you mediocre. It's obviously the first round pick should be layups, right? Like you make an argument, say Trayvon Walker and Hutchinson. Okay, you can go back and forth with that. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson, I think in terms of career right now and resume may have the advantage, but I mean, I think we're happy to have Trayvon Walker here. Dude's dominant.
He's a good football player.
Yeah, he's a great
really
football player. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I'm not worried about that. But where you make your money, obviously, is the 5th round picks, the 4th round picks, picks where you actually have to do some more research and everything to see who the guy is.
All right, let's come back. We've got the second hour coming up in mere moments. We're gonna pick the schedule. We've got Fanatics fan questions and more. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Jet Home Loans.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
What's Here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's Here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's Here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's Here is Wolfson Children's Hospital with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
When it's your money, your business, or your home, you deserve a partner who sees and hears you. A partner who is by your side every step of the way. That's Ameris Bank. It's a commitment we're proud to make, and one we back up by providing financial solutions to empower you. Because at the end of the day, we are dedicated advocates for you. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Builders score big with DL Cabinetry.
As the official cabinet supplier of the Jacksonville Jaguars, they offer top-quality kitchen and bathroom cabinetry for any project. Enjoy fast turnaround, complimentary design, and great prices. Visit dlcabinetry.com today to learn more and to become a dealer. Limited spots available. DL Cabinetry, the winning choice for builders.
We still got to continue to get better. There's no doubt. We cannot waste a single moment, second, minute, practice, walkthrough, meeting cannot be wasted. We need to improve, and from now until Carolina, there needs to be continued improvement. But I am proud of this team and the way that they compete, the physicality in which they play with. I think if we can start there and have that as a standard that continues to show up every time we compete, I'll live with that. You know, we got to obviously execute better in certain situational moments and have some guys make some plays, you know, in some moments. But I am pleased with where we're at from that standpoint.
Head coach Liam Cohen after the preseason finale down in Miami. Welcome back. It's hour 2 of Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game on 1010XL AM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. JP Shadrick with you. And here's the opening drive for hour 2 presented by Target Zero. Let's get everyone home safely. We're coming off preseason week 3. Dolphins over the Jags 14-6, but the Jags had 46 players that did not play in the game. It was all about the depth. Most of the frontline players played in a practice against the Dolphins on Thursday for their final true, real competitive work going into the preseason finale and possibly leading into week 1 against Carolina. The roster cut deadline Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern. It must be down to 53. Then the waiver process begins. The Jaguars traded Fred Johnson, the offensive tackle, to the Eagles for a 2026 7th-round pick. Could other Jaguars possibly be moved before the deadline on Tuesday? Who knows? We've started to see a few leaked cuts here or there, and that'll be the case between now and tomorrow afternoon as well. Austin Lane with me here in studio at the Miller Electric Center and the Hyundai Studios. Pete Prisco down in South Florida. And that was Liam Cohen, by the way, talking about between now and the regular season, what's left to be done. Still a lot of work out there to do, Austin.
Still a lot of work out there to do. Still a lot of work with that lighting, too, in Miami.
Yeah.
That dude, he looked like a Bond villain or something out there, man.
He did.
He's intimidating. Like, he seems like a really easygoing guy. Give him some bad lighting, and all of a sudden, man, I don't want to play for him anymore.
It happens.
It was bad. It was bad. But by the way, don't forget, they got a bye week this week.
Yes.
Don't forget, the new NFL. 4 days off.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, Pete. I am all in on this bye weekend.
But let me ask you this. So, okay, they're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They come back Monday.
No. I think they're going to have a workout Thursday. And then I think they have to have 3 straight days off, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, it's
Sunday.
only 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.
3.
Okay. Yeah. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday.
I believe they'll have a bonus Monday practice, yes. Like a lot of
teams. And like, so you guys are shut down in the building too, right? You get your bye week too?
After about 6:01 tonight, I'm I'll be around the next couple days, but there's no more afternoon shows and morning shows after today. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Just like today's like a dead week in Jacksonville facility, right?
Now we'll be here because the GM, you might have heard of him, James Gladstone, I think is speaking with the media Wednesday.
Okay.
So
is the locker room now open since camp is over?
I believe next week it will be. It has to be. It's game week next week.
Yeah. So
not
this is a weird week in the NFL. It's like you cut guys and then they have a couple practice and then another light workout and then they're gone for 4 days. It's almost like a bye week for the whole league.
What was the year? Was it a couple of years ago? You might remember this, Austin, where they had a practice on cut day, like it ended at 2:30. Yeah. And they were trying to figure out, like, there was a couple guys that were out there that were on the bubble.
Yeah.
It was a Trent Baalke special. I remember that.
Yeah, I can't remember what year that was, but I do remember.
It was like it had to be like a couple years ago.
Well, aren't they practicing tomorrow?
I mean, maybe. They had a walkthrough kind of deal today. So I bet you it's super light, if it's anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't practice today, you do walkthrough today. You don't practice tomorrow, do light. You don't do anything on Wednesday, and then you have a light one on Thursday. That means you don't have any practice for a week.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
full recovery. Hopefully,
see, back in the day, what Coughlin would have done is he would have beat the daylights out of them on the day before they left. Seriously.
Yeah.
Just a reminder what you got coming back when you're done for 3 days.
Thursday, they just have the longest practice of training camp.
Yeah.
Full pads,
but
goal line.
It's different. It's so different. It's so different now. You know, it's even so much different than when you played, Austin.
Oh, I mean, I was still part of. I'm glad to say I was part of the real two-a-days. You know, and with Jack, it was different because it was in the morning and in the evening because we practiced at night. And I've told that story before on the show. Like, we were getting done like at 9:30 at night. I remember for rookie hazing, I got tied to a goalpost with baby powder dumped on me. I didn't get off the field until 10:30. I'm like, oh, I have to go back to the hotel, shower, got to eat, have to get up at 5:30. Can't wait. You know, that's the way that it was, man. It's a different life back then.
That's right. He practiced at nighttime, so
Yeah.
you would have the morning practice, then you'd have your
meetings and all that,
but you'd get to go back to the room and go to take a nap before the practice, though, didn't you?
No, see, I didn't because you only had like an hour and a half. And by the time you drive back, from the stadium to the hotel, get in the hotel, take it, like it was too much. So I would sleep like in the movie room that we had. When Josh Scobie was playing like Titanic on the, I would just fall asleep there, and it was like the
That's
special
right.
teams
Because lunch then was upstairs in the in the atrium or wherever.
Lunch,
it was.
no. So lunch for us, my rookie year when it was the night practice was downstairs still.
Okay, because then eventually it moved upstairs. Remember, JP?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
You had windows. It wasn't like you were in prison anymore.
In the club. It was in the West Club.
Yeah, but like back in the day when they stayed in the hotel, when I covered the team, they used to have the lunch at the hotel. So guys would go back, but they'd go back, have lunch, then go back to the stadium for the next practice in the afternoon, and then go back in the nighttime. It was crazy.
So we had snack at the hotel after practice then. So like you burn whatever 1,000 calories at practice. You're wired from practice and everything. It's 10 o'clock at night. Get yourself a burger and some chips, and then lay in bed wide awake, hoping you can go to sleep pretty soon.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's bad practicing at night, but I get why he did it because the heat was so bad. But
the Heat maybe planning for more primetime games in the future, which we never got. I have no idea. I mean,
you got to win. You got to win to get primetime games.
No, like you understand. Like
Jack,
we were all against.
You got to win.
We were so against those evening practices because the beauty of having the afternoon one was okay. Like it's gonna be hotter, sure, but like you get it out of the way. And then the evening, it's all meetings and everything. You're good to go. Like we were dreading that evening practice. Like we would practice in the morning. We're wore out. Got to go to meetings. Do the meetings for a couple hours. Then we have to look forward to that late night practice. It was the worst.
Yeah, and
whereas if you had an afternoon practice, you get done, you eat dinner, you have a couple meetings, and you're tired, you go right to sleep.
Put it in cruise control. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Speaking of snack, the Mr. Chubby's food option for our production staff tonight.
What'd you get today?
Chubby style wings, mozzarella sticks, pretzel bites. Good combo.
Here's what pretzel bites. You can never go wrong with pretzel bites, and here's why. One of the all-time best bar food is pretzel bites because it soaks up all the juice. You know what I mean? Think about it. If you're at the bar and you're having drinks, but you don't really want to eat a big meal, because sometimes if you eat a big meal, you don't want to really be at the drinking or whatever. So if you're at the bar and you want to have a couple drinks, couple beers, whatever, and you don't feel like getting totally full, pretzel bites are always like a number one snack.
Right? I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Soaks up a lot for sure.
Doused in the melted cheese. Yeah.
See, are you on cheese? You on mustard though?
Yes, I'm on both.
I like mustard. See, I'm a mustard guy with the pretzel bites. How many have you had today, JP? 4 or 5?
No pretzel bites today. I had 2 mozz sticks, but I had a late lunch.
Okay, all right. And Austin, you cut and weight, so you didn't have to have anything.
No, but it was stinging in my nostrils a little bit walking by. So I'm trying to work on self-control here, but I have a backpack waiting for me, so I might just throw a couple wings in there and call it a day. We'll see.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Little late night dinner.
How is the weight cutting going? Good?
Oh, it's fine, man. Yeah, I'm like, without giving too much information, because I can give it away now. I'm right around in the 227 range. So my last fight in Nashville, I was about, I think when because they weigh you the day of the fight, I was 250. right around 227 now. Wow.
So you want to get down to 215?
So the goal is going to be by the time my next fight camp starts, if I'm in the 220 range, that's fine, but 215 would be ideal. And then by fight week, if I show up 10 pounds over, then I just got to cut the 10 pounds fight week, which is no problem to do because it's all water weight.
So you must be eating nothing but protein now then, huh?
I'm on that Greg Jones broccoli and chicken diet for the most part, but like at night I can splurge a little bit, steak and everything. Just lean stuff, watching the calories, and then for snacks, it's a whole lot of popcorn. Because
see, you know what? He could go see what was the DPS UFB. What did Tony do? Once I remember that.
Oh yes, I do. Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
It was a
when
doctor.
He got all the shots or whatever and everything. He was, you know what? When you think about it, Tony was ahead of the curve.
Yeah, right. If that's the same stuff that they're doing now,
yeah, he was ahead of the curve.
Yeah. So what was like some, a weight loss thing?
It was some weight loss injection thing.
Oh, okay.
Before it became what it is
True.
now.
Yeah.
And it was like all these letters in this guy's name.
I feel like with the drug testing, it's pretty like strict. So I probably maybe wouldn't be passing some of the things that you inject. Yeah. And by the way,
I don't know. I'm no doctor.
For future reference, because I'm on the USADA drug testing pool, which is like one of the most strictest that there is. If we get a phone call during the show, I may have to leave and go do a drug test because they will pull up here and like I'll have to go right away and do it. Just to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I'm always watching the phone.
We're not going to put that on
camera.
Then
that would be the highest rated segment of the first two shows.
we can interview the taker and everything.
We can have the
By the
results
way, Austin,
too.
That's a running joke. Whenever anybody's not around, we always joke that the ratings always go up.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Fair,
when I'm not here, or when JP's not there, like the best shows last year when JP wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, we could have the results thing after the test too. He is not the father.
Like it's Maury. I like it. Let's go.
It's amazing how when somebody's not there, all the crap they get. So don't miss.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, let's come back though. We're gonna keep it real. This show has been fake the whole time.
We've been faking it. So we're gonna go through the entire schedule game by game.
All 17, all 3 of us.
Well, so I got to be consistent because I will say I made my predictions for CBS, and I had Jacksonville as a wild card team.
Oh, dear. We'll find out how when we come back and keep it real. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found, courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Hey Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson. You've seen and heard our ads where I talk about Renewal by Anderson's exclusive Fibrix material being twice as strong as vinyl, incredibly energy efficient, and custom built to fit your home perfectly. But if you haven't reached out yet, now's the time. August only. Renewal by Anderson is offering triple savings. $300 off every window, $825 off every patio door, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Jacksonville is football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Keep an eye out for our custom Jaguar wrap plumbing vans rolling around town. They're hard to miss and always ready for the next play at your home or business. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, trust Duck Duck Rooter to keep you in the game. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
You look at the team that came out today. Was it perfect? Not even close. But James talked about it. We've watched the tape. We've talked. We're going to go watch more. The one thing you can't question about the guys in how they approach it, they're out there and they're physical. They play hard. They're professional. They're doing what they're asked. We got to continue to clean things up. We got to continue to get better. I think we will. And our coaching staff's done a great job. James and the team have done a great job. I think if you look over the last, we talk so much about free agency in the draft of building this team. It's a never-ending process. We've brought guys in that had to show up in August. Our pro scouts finding guys get hurt. We have to add, make sure we have position depth. We've brought in players that are out there competing and practicing well and doing what we ask. So we will continue to grow, continue to evolve. And
that is Tony Baselli, part of the Liam Cohen Show this past week. Starting next week, we'll have Liam Cohen on the Liam Cohen Show, 5 o'clock each Thursday. Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour, and Leonard Skinnard is coming home. Celebrate Southern Rock and American Pride with Skinnard Rocks the Red, White, and Blue, a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our U.S. Armed Forces. It's Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Get your tickets at dailysplace.com or call 904-633-2000.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I'll be there, Pete. I'm fired up.
Well, you love Sweet Home Alabama, right? That's right up your wheelhouse.
Yeah, sure.
You're from Sweet Home Alabama. By the way, can we get that video up again? Let's see how close Gladstone and Baselli are dressed alike. Let's see if it's close.
Here's the breakdown. Freeze frame it and have the replay. Because apparently there's a lot of fashion experts on our staff now of analysts and contributors.
Okay, that's the same. They're the same. Baselli might actually, he's got the hoodie. Yes. And his is more like
well, it's got a Jag logo. I think they're actually doing that. I think Lululemon's involved with Fanatics now.
Right. So he's got the Jag logo, and does Gladstone have the Jag logo on his?
I don't
It looks like
think
he does.
so. That might be a swoosh. That's a swoosh.
But again, the hoodie.
Yeah, both hoodies.
I don't remember Baselli wearing hoodies. Do you?
I remember a lot of T-shirts.
Correct.
Now,
but again, I wasn't keeping score all the time.
Is this before practice or after practice?
This is after practice.
So they were in hoodies both.
They
in the
were
field?
wearing this at practice.
Well, see, then I have an issue with that. It's Miami. It's hot, man.
And they had to run across the field during the fight too. So
yeah, ain't no way.
And Tony had long pants on too.
He did. Almost like they had high ankles though, like the flood was coming or something. It was
Yeah,
one of those.
there were those Lululemon ones that they wear with the thing. He's a Lululemon model now, Tony Baselli.
Now, speaking of fashion critics, Jeff Lageman was out there talking about the head coach for the Dolphins. You see that, Pete?
Well, you know it's funny because I was sitting in the stands and I said the exact same thing to somebody up in the stands. I'm like, the shoes were bright yellow, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they?
Yeah, they were bright.
Now, Pete, let me ask you this question because I think he wore them for the game too, correct?
I don't
or
know.
not.
No, they were different. They were different shoes for the game.
All
that
right.
he had on in
Do you
practice.
think he wears them just for practice so they can identify him if he's like calling plays and stuff or
That's
not?
a great question.
No, I think he wears them
it's more of a
because
style thing?
they're style. You know, that's the sneakerheads in the world all pay attention to that. I've never been a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
You know, but I know a lot of guys who are, and that's you know, remember the NBA player Rip Hamilton? He used to work with us. Rip
with the mask.
Yeah, Rip's a big sneakerhead. So he had like a whole room where he'd go and they were, and that was a big deal. And I'm like, you buy a pair of sneakers, you don't even wear them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't wear them half the time. Or if you do wear them, then you got to get them cleaned. I mean, do you do that, Austin?
No, not at all. I usually rock Vans. That's about it. And sometimes I have like a different pair of Nikes that I'll wear. But I'm not a sneakerhead at all, which is a shame because I have about like 25 different pairs of Nikes when I was sponsored by them. Like when I played for the Jags, that are just chilling in my closet, but I've never worn them just because I feel like it's too much.
Yeah, I mean, and so he's a sneakerhead. And it's all about you see his watch he wears on game day. It's like that they
see, but
I mean,
here's what drives me crazy.
Watch during the game. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but here's what drives me crazy about it because you want to say there's a correlation then to how the Dolphins are playing because of the sneakers that McDaniel wears and everything.
No,
but here's the thing, like, and I understand it can be a lot, right? But if you want to take a Miami coach, he looks like a Miami coach, right? Like if you want to put the coach of a city, Miami. That's what a Miami coach looks like. But my biggest thing because I've seen the comments and everything, he dresses too much and everything. What do you think Vince Lombardi would have said about Bill Belichick cutting off his sleeves of Patriot-issued gear and wearing it on the sidelines and maybe looking, quote-unquote, a little sloppy? Yeah. But guess what? Like, that sloppiness didn't turn over to the Patriots like they still won Super Bowls.
It has no bearing whatsoever on the coaching of it. Sure. None. But when you care more about what sneakers match and what guys are going to say about your sneakers rather than finding guys and when you find them, they show up on time, that matters. Yeah. And I think that's where the Dolphins were.
Time now for Keeping It Real, presented by Nobody. It's out there. We're on every week. Except next.
Somebody buy that damn sponsorship for that. When you got 1 million businesses in Jacksonville, somebody buy the sponsorship for that.
I mean, Mondavi said.
Believe me, we'll promote you. We'll mock you. We'll promote you. We'll make you fun.
Mondavi, he's been gone for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and he never sent us anything. So
nothing. We love samples. We're gonna pick the schedule game by game. I'll go through the game week by week. Win, loss for you, Pete. I'll even do one for the heck of it. All right, let's start. Week 1. Okay. Carolina at home. Pete.
Win.
Austin.
Win.
Week 2 at Cincinnati.
Loss.
Austin.
Loss.
Loss. Week 3, home against Houston. Pete.
Win.
I have it as a loss.
I'll take it as a win. Week 4 at San Francisco. I know where I'm going. Loss.
Pete. Loss.
Pete.
I'm going loss as well.
Okay, loss. Okay.
Because they've had such success on the West Coast over the years.
Yeah.
It's a staple.
you don't want to buck that trend.
And there's a handful of West Coast trips this year. Monday Night Football at home against Kansas City. I'm going win. Pete?
I'm going loss.
I'm going loss as well.
Shock the world and Taylor Swift. Week 6 against Seattle here. Pete?
Win.
I have it as a win.
Yeah, win. Wembley against the Rams. Austin, go with this one.
I have this one as a win.
Pete?
I have this one as a win, too. That's a long trip. That's a long trip for the Rams,
It's a very long trip for the Rams, but the Rams are really good. Does it matter if you're good?
What about Stafford's back? You worried about that at all?
It's a long flight.
It's week 7, though.
Yeah. I got it as a win.
Flight. Yeah. He's got the lay flat beds, though. They're not putting him in coach.
It's a good point.
Yeah, but his back is bad now, and he sleeps on his own damn bed.
All right. I'll take a win on that one. All right. Bye week at Vegas, West Coast. Pete?
It's West Coast, but I think that's winnable. I'll take that as a win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a West Coast, but a Raiders West Coast, so go ahead and give me the win.
Give me a loss on that one. At Houston, Pete?
I'll give him the L on that one.
Austin?
I have a loss as well.
Yep, across the board on that one. Home against the Chargers, early time clock for the Chargers, a 1 o'clock kick here.
The Chargers will take a giant lead. The Jaguars will come back and win that one. So I'll give that
win.
I'll give that as a win. Yep.
Okay. Austin?
Man, on paper, it scares you, but for whatever reason, I feel like the Jaguars always have the Chargers number, so I have to go with a win here.
I think I'll go with an L on that one.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go with a win on that one because they're going to lose the next week at Arizona.
I agree. 6-5.
Yeah.
That's a loss.
Yeah, that's tough. It's always been tough for whatever reason against the Cardinals, especially out there.
And that Cardinals team is feisty and better.
Yeah.
They're going to be feisty.
See? It's the Dennis Gardeck revenge game, though. Look out for that.
That's right. Never forget that.
At Tennessee.
Win.
Have it as a win.
It's always tough in Tennessee. I'm going to go with a win, though, on this one because they stink, and I hope they lose every game for the rest of the time. Home against the Colts.
Win.
Have it as a win as well. This could be
I'm going to
Anthony
switch
Richardson
that Titans
experiment.
one, by the way. I'm going to switch my Titans one. That's a loss.
You're taking a loss to the Titans?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's history says it's a loss. No matter what they do,
that's
they
what
lose
I was
there.
trying to think. Like, God,
Yeah.
they just historically no matter the team.
They've
how
had
good
so
they
many
were.
House of Horrors in that building.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a loss.
All right, we're all picking the win against Indy, and then the Jets.
Win.
That's got to be a win.
That's a loss for me.
At home,
Okay.
you should win that game.
Should at Denver, kind of
Loss.
West Coast, but Mountain Time.
It's going to be a loss.
Loss.
Yeah,
That's a
they're-
good Denver team.
They're really good. At Indy. Pete?
What is Indy by that time? That's my question. Who's playing quarterback? How are they?
That's a great question.
They always beat the Colts. I'll give them a win on
Up
that.
there, they do some. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they beat them at home all the time.
Austin.
Yeah, I'm wondering if one team has something to play for, another team doesn't. So I'm going to take the win here.
Yep. Okay. And then Tennessee. Not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday or what time yet. Week 18.
They'll win. That's a win. So I think I
Boston?
got them with
That's a
9.
win as well.
That Colts one, I might give them a loss on the road, but I got them with 9.
Okay, here are the totals. Pete Prisco, 1, 2, and 2. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have them at 11, Pete.
No, I took the Colts. Changed the Colts one. I changed that one on the road,
Yeah.
and I changed the Titans one. Remember?
Okay, you changed the Colts. And
On the
changed
road.
Titans.
Yeah,
All right,
and
I
the
got you.
Titans on the road.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
should have
8,
like 8, 9.
9,
right?
10. I got
Yeah.
you at 10 now.
10.
Got you at 10. Is that right?
They'll tie the Texans in the division, but the Texans will win it somehow.
Okay.
That's why I was.
And then Austin, let's see. You've got 1 win, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins.
Yeah.
And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 somehow. 10.
Yeah, I think I got 9. I think we messed that up.
Yeah, I got them at 8 or 9.
Nine. I think 9's what they're going to win. I think they're going to
You
win
know
9.
how this
I think they're
goes.
gonna,
Like, we
And
look
I
at
think-
this, and it's
Sure,
like,
sure,
oh,
sure.
I'm
and you know
gonna
why?
win that.
And you know why?
win that,
And you know
we'll win
why
that.
they'll get in? Because they'll beat the Chargers. I think the Chargers are one of those teams. It's going to be between them and the Chargers. I played this out. Think about it. Who are the potential wild card teams in your mind in the AFC? Whether the Chiefs or Broncos win that division, I think the Chiefs will. Those two will get in. Okay, right? You agree with that?
Sure. Seems right.
Okay. Bills are the only team from the East getting in.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I will say you can make an argument for the Patriots because there's always that one team that finishes like last in that division that the next year they come in and get a wild card spot, and it could be the
I just think they're a year away.
Yeah, new staff.
But yeah, you can make a case for them. You can make a case for the Jets too because they got a talented roster if Fields plays well.
Yeah.
But the reality is, it's probably only going to be one,
It's going to be one team from the North, right?
maybe 2.
I mean, because it's the division winner
Bengals.
and then the Bengals.
The Bengals.
Right?
Yeah, could be 2. I'd have 2.
Right. So who's the
So,
third?
so where's the third? Where's the wild card for me? Comes down between Jacksonville, the Chargers, and the Jets and Patriots, maybe, and Steelers. And I think in that scenario, I think it comes down to Jacksonville and the Chargers. I worry about the Chargers not having Rashawn Slater. That's a big hit for them. You lose your all-pro left tackle, Pro Bowl left tackle. That's a big hit.
Yeah.
And I know they they moved them over, but that weakens you at 2 spots now. That's big.
That was like a week after they signed him, too, right?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's important because Alt's not as good as Slater at left tackle, and now they have to get a backup at right tackle. So you got a problem there, Pipkins or whatever. They got a problem.
So these predictions are standing. We will hold you to them. Are you confident?
By the
in
way,
this?
I think
confident-
week 1's a lock. By the way,
Oh, you're locking it already?
We're locking it in?
yeah, lock that damn thing.
Oh, wow.
We locked it already. That's the lock. That's how the lock works, Austin.
I see it. It's intense.
We didn't hear the sound effect, though.
Well, yeah, he
heard
used it. We heard it here. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I think it's interesting because what we're talking about right now with Carolina, they're talking about in I guarantee. I'm not sure if Carolina has a lock of the week or whatever, but I guarantee they probably say the Jaguars are a lock that they're gonna, Carolina's gonna.
Well, they
beat
play
them.
the Saints twice.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, never mind. I stand corrected. But for the record, though, are you guys at 9 wins? How many wins are we at here?
I'm at 9.
I was clear. I was at 9.
I think I was at 9. I'll correct. I think it was 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
so we're all at 9.
So what's the record? 9.
9. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 8 or 9.
So
I think
but
they're in that.
I'm going to
ballpark.
lock that game because I'll tell you why. It's on the road. For Carolina's on the road.
Okay.
That's tough. It's going to be hot as it can be.
It's hot in. Have you been to Charlotte lately?
It's not as hot as
Charlotte.
it's not as hot as Jacksonville. There's no place on the planet other than the Mojave Desert hotter than Jacksonville where they play right there.
All right.
Okay, so and I don't believe in Bryce Young yet. People, 4 games, last 5 games, and all of a sudden now he's arrived. He was benched, so it's probably somewhere in between that. I got to believe it. I got to see it to believe it. So I don't believe in him. So I think that's a lock for Jacksonville. I'm locking it.
Austin, do you dare on the first opportunity of this season double lock it? I'm no pressure. It's up to you.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't have to now. We've got time left in the show.
Yeah,
you got 30
let
minutes.
Let me go ahead and marinate in that a little bit.
Okay.
Because right now, I'm not ready to lock it. I'm ready to maybe shut the door, but I'm not locking it quite yet. Just simply because I think it's irresponsible. The week 1, we don't know what it's going to be. Like we've seen the preseason stuff, but
it doesn't sound like you're ready to lock it.
I'm not ready to lock it.
It
No.
sounds like you're talking yourself out of
Open door policy is what it is
He
right
just
now.
he's not going to lock it. He's not going to double lock it.
Hey, if you're
He's
not going to
coming
lock
along
it,
for the ride.
there's no pressure to lock.
I'm not going to put my name on it right now. I'm sorry,
I know
guys.
it will
Let's
never
put it this
happen
way.
again.
I'm locking it, and if they don't win it, that 9-win prediction we have will be more like 6 in my mind.
It's a big game.
Because this is a red flag if they lose to the Carolina Panthers at home. I'm sorry, it just is. So that's why I'm locking it. I think they're better than them, and I think that'll show up.
Okay, so a single lock at the moment. I know what will never happen again, and that's the old fateful triple lock. That was a disaster.
Which idiotic game did we triple lock?
I don't know, but it was the beginning of the end.
It was. They went rotten after that.
Oh my
that's
God!
For sure.
And that's I took all the blame, and rightfully so.
Sure.
For that.
Fall on the sword.
I will say Carolina's got a good offensive line, a really good offensive line.
We'll
But
see
I
if
don't
Thielen's
believe in
gonna
their
be there.
defense that much
well,
either.
Thielen might
What's
be
that?
gone. Thielen could be gone too. Like he was a big part of
Right.
that offense towards the back half of the season. He might be traded.
Tet McMillan, everybody's going to get a quick look at Tet McMillan. Remember, there was a lot of cries to draft Tet McMillan.
There were. All right, the predictions are in. Hold us to them. We're back in a moment with Fanatics fan questions. And PRI Productions, the Southeast full-service event company, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com and learn more. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Watch the game, host your crew, or just unwind at BC Grill and Patio at Sheridan Jacksonville, part of the Marriott family of hotels. Enjoy craft cocktails, tasty bites, and indoor-outdoor seating perfect for watch parties, happy hours, and events. Mention this radio ad for 10% off food and drinks. Visit SheridanJacksonville.com or call 904-564-4772.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguar sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour on this Monday. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Prisco, and we're getting ready for the roster cut deadline. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, rosters must be down to 53. There could be some waiver activity after that. We'll see if there's activity before then as well. And the second hour, Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. Couple of around the league notes quickly before we get to Fanatics fan questions. Amari Cooper headed to the Raiders on a one-year deal again, and Trey Hendrickson signing a one-year deal with the Bengals. Pete, deadline spur action.
Well, no, they all show up. They always show up. We spend the people in my business, the media, not me, because I know how it always works out. I've been around this a long time. They spend hours and hours and hours negotiating the deals for these guys and their agents. And the reality is they always show up and play because there's too much money to be left on the table. I said McLaurin would get a contract and play. He got a contract and play. I said Hendrickson would work it out and he would be there on opening day. He'll be there on opening day. And you know what? Micah Parsons will be in the lineup for the Cowboys next week too, because he'll probably get a new deal within the next 4 or 5 days. They all show up and play because here's why. And Austin knows this as well as anybody. There's only so many earning years in your body, and you ain't sitting out one of those anymore. Back in the day, you miss, maybe $1 million here and there or whatever. You're not leaving life-changing $16 million on the table to sit out in some holdout. You're just not going to do it.
No, it's not feasible. Now, I will say Le'Veon Bell did that.
I was about to
right?
say that, right.
And how did that work out for him?
No, hey, and we all saw how that turned out. So if you're Micah Parsons, take a nap on the sidelines, bring some bad optics, but I feel like eventually it'll get done. But, I mean, what I don't understand about this, Pete, is why do teams wait till the last second to swing to pull the trigger on these guys? Because I feel like when you wait this long, like we're right on the doorstep of week 1. And these guys aren't in football shape yet. Yes, they've been working on, they've been doing their sprints and everything, but there's football shape and then there's like weight room shape. So like if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I pay Micah. If I'm the Bengals, I'm worried about hopefully there's no injuries then week 1 with these guys who have sat out for a little bit.
The other side of that is we have a ton of soft tissue injuries these days anyways, because maybe they overtrain. There's that other side of that. I think guys are training year round. I go around practice field and there's guys, 8, 9, 10 guys sitting out with soft tissue injuries, my boo-boos, they're not practicing anymore. It's amazing. Like what's Tyson Campbell's injury right now? Did they ever say?
I believe it was lower body. I don't know.
That's another thing. When have we got to upper body and lower body? What is this? It's hockey.
I don't know, man.
Didn't we have enough hockey references last year when Ryan Nielsen was sending guys over the boards to play every other play?
Line changes on defense. Right.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I mean, upper body. So when they come out and they say upper body, does anybody ever go, well, what part of the upper body? Is his brain rattled? Is it his neck? Is it his shoulder? Do they ask that?
Well, and that's a
JP,
preseason
you're
thing,
there.
right? Because like when it's the regular season, you have to be more specific.
Correct.
Yeah? Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's a
Correct.
preseason
So
thing.
they don't have to say anything in the preseason. You're lucky you're getting upper or lower, Pete.
Well, I'm just going to give a little suggestion for future reference to this regime, which I've been complimentary to. But you can't say Dwami Brown's got lower body stiffness and expect me not to think so. I mean, I'm just saying that doesn't come across well. Like,
Right.
you be a little more specific.
Right. Well, and also you leave guys hanging out to dry too, don't you? Like
Well, we've talked about this before,
that's
right?
speculation,
Oh,
yeah.
we
you
talked about
know?
it with Armstead.
Yeah.
You leave the questions out there. I mean, it's not fair to the player, I don't think.
It was officially an undisclosed, so they didn't really come out publicly and say what it was. So I don't know if it's upper or
so
for Tyson
upper body.
Campbell. Upper or lower.
Upper
one of the
body.
two.
Oh, I mean,
One
come
of
on.
the two.
Give me a break. What are we doing?
Upper or lower. Maybe it's middle.
It's a
I don't
coin.
know.
Core?
Maybe it's,
Talking core?
maybe it's a core.
Hip?
Okay, what was Travis Hunter's injury? It was upper body.
That
They
was
said
upper.
on him, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
See, to me, you don't have to do it, but what's the point of not doing it? What's the point of not saying Travis dinged his shoulder, but he'll be fine? Why can't you just say, I don't get it. Upper body, lower body. I don't understand
Is
that.
it something strategically? Hey, later in the year, somebody can go after that shoulder.
Try to target it.
Right?
I mean,
if it's clean, then you don't know that. Then
If he's playing in week 1, then he's cleared to play.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
clean.
then it's not an issue.
Right.
And especially like if it's a shoulder and it's really that big of a deal, you'll have like a harness on it, and then guess what? You see the harness, you're going to target the harness. I mean, like
This is what happens.
Yeah. Not to say
I
players
mean,
are targeted,
Austin, if you were playing right now and you were a veteran and you were hurt, legitimately hurt. You were injured, not hurt, injured.
Sure, yeah.
And they kept saying he's upper body, and somebody came up to you, one of the beat guys came up to you and said, Austin, upper body. What do you mean upper body? Would you tell him?
Oh, for sure. Because my third year, I had a Liz Frank injury, and Liz Franks are pretty serious. So
Very serious.
I was out in training camp with the Liz Frank injury, but they reported it as like a lower leg injury. Didn't say what it was or anything. So then when the regular season started, I was only like on first downs because I couldn't rush the passer. Like I literally couldn't bend the corner because my foot was gonna fall off. So like I did that the entire year, and everyone was wondering like, what? You just got like a little turf toe or something? I'm like, I really want to say it's a Liz Frank injury, and I have to relearn how to walk after the season. But I never said that. But if somebody would have asked me the question and put the microphone in my face, I would have said it. Because now we're talking about are you questioning my toughness? Are you questioning what I'm giving to the team? And I think players can be pretty emotional about that sometimes.
Yeah, I think sometimes, again, it leaves you open to questions about your toughness, your availability, your talent. Because if you can't do the things you normally can do, then they're going to question your talent. Is he done? Is he finished? And so I think not telling you what the injury is not fair to the player. It just isn't.
I agree, because call a player soft and see how they respond to you. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not a good verb, or I guess it's a verb, right? Yeah. Not a good verb to use.
Adjective.
Adjective. Thank you, man. Appreciate
Adjective.
you. I failed English.
Clearly. It's time now for the.
And now he's talking for a living.
Yeah,
I love
imagine that.
Yeah, it's public speaking. It's all good. I don't got to write things down. I just got to say them, Pete. It's a difference. What are you talking about?
Fanatics fan questions. Jags fans gear up at Fanatics.com. With all the latest Jag styles, shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything. We put the cat signal out on X. Here's the best that we came up with today. At Summy_2, do the Jags make any more trades? We talked about maybe, Devin Lloyd, maybe.
And what about one of the running backs? Because I've heard that one a bunch.
All right.
Yeah, I think if it's going to be a trade.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do as well, but if it is going to be a trade, I think it's going to be a team trading for one of the Jaguars players as opposed to the Jaguars, wanting to get somebody from a different team.
That makes sense to me.
But I keep hearing trade one of the veteran running backs. I think they keep 4, and if somebody goes down in week 1 or week 2, then you might look at it and say, hey, maybe we could do this. By the way, the running back situation is an interesting one. The best blitz pickup is Allen. So the best, second best is ETN. The other two aren't so great at it. And so that's going to be interesting to see what they do for game day.
But they're good at other things.
Yeah, the Tootin has the ability to scoot and tootin'. You kidding me? That's who he is. He's scooting
create
tootin'.
a new nickname?
Yeah, scooting tootin'. That's what he is.
Hasn't been out there so far.
From the 1950s. Can't wait to use that.
Yeah. He's matriculating the ball down the field. That's scooting tootin'.
Scooting tootin'.
Boy, nobody can catch this guy.
Oh, man.
You like that nickname. Come on.
Wow. At Chris C. Crowther, does Kaiser offer more upside than Muba or even Lloyd at linebacker?
For the long run, the answer to that question is yes.
I'm going to say more than Muma. Lloyd is still debatable to me because why do I feel like Lloyd can go to a different team and then it's going to be the Quincy Williams thing all over again, where he's just going to find a team, get on, fit the system well, and all of a sudden Lloyd's like an all-pro. Like, I can see that happening from his athleticism. So right now, I think Lloyd has the advantage, but down the line, if Kaiser's still here, yeah, sure.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it. If Balky hadn't given up on Quincy Williams, he wouldn't have had to draft all them other damn linebackers.
Right?
Who you telling?
And it was him. By the way, from everything I heard, it was him who didn't want Quincy Williams because he didn't think he was big enough.
Man.
I mean, I'll never forget when they drafted Quincy Williams where they did, because obviously I'm from Murray State. He's from Murray State. Yeah. And I watched like a game on Quincy Williams. So the day they draft him, everyone's coming to me. Tell us about Quincy Williams. I'm like, I saw he's fast. That's all I knew about him, man. Just because
He
like,
was
it was
tiny
so
then,
unexpected.
too.
Yeah,
He was really small then.
Yeah, he was small. But having quite the career.
Absolutely. And playing behind his brother now on the defensive line. At Biscuit Baker 4, how soon do you think Pete will complain about a too cute play in this offense?
He already has.
They've already gotten a little overboard with the jet sweep to the wide receivers.
See,
okay.
Come on, Pete. It's preseason, man.
I know, but how many times did they run in the preseason? Give me just a guesstimate on how many times they've run that in the preseason.
5 times.
Yeah, I think it's been 5 or 6. That's all right. We know you have it in the playbook. Enough with it.
But you don't think that's going to be a wrinkle that they show it in the preseason so
I
some
think
teams
it's gonna
can
be a
plan for
wrinkle.
that and then they're going to do something off that jet sweep?
Yeah, I mean, but
come on, man. Chess,
seriously.
not checkers here.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, they ran it once to Cephas, and he's gone. They run it
on
the other
fourth
day.
down to De'Ami Brown.
De'Ami Brown.
Yeah, that one was good. But who else did they ran it to? Somebody else. They ran it to
Trammell
Thomas.
got some. Trammell
got one. He didn't get anything on it. I mean, it's just, come on.
Think Travis Hunter's going to get some of that in the regular season?
You'd think so.
I mean, if he's going in motion, I think they're gonna. Yeah, I think this is a possibility. But then you got some stuff off of that.
What if it works, though, Pete? What if it works?
Sometimes you just play football. What's the matter with just throwing the ball down the field? So taking a snap, play action, turn, fire a shot down the
first
field.
down on it. You're so mad at it?
Fire a shot down the field.
Oh my God.
Once in a blue moon is okay, but if they run that thing 3 times a game, I'm going to puke.
So how soon? Well, clearly right now, but definitely week 1. There's something coming from Pete.
Yeah. They'll get it. You'll get it.
At Irv Pierce, will loss to Carolina devastate this team like the ETN fumble did last year? Well, let's clarify that. The fumble happened. Next play, 80-yard touchdown to Tyreek Hill. But even after all that aftermath, the Jaguars had the lead, even though they gave up a couple scores after that. The fumble did give them the ability and the momentum at that point to get closer in the game. So, however, what do you think?
I mean,
to me, it would be devastating.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is a team like on paper you're supposed to beat. They're coming to your house. It's week 1.
At home.
At home. Hopefully you're wearing the all-white jerseys, make them wear their black jerseys or whatever, make them sweat it out a little bit. Like, this should be a game that you win. And I feel like, because, even like when I played, there was those opening season, like those opening games where you had a good idea of, we had their number. I remember we played the Tennessee Titans back in like, I think 2011 it would have been. And they were good, Chris Johnson and everything, but like we expected to beat them, and we did. If you don't win that game, then it could snowball because now you're playing a murderer's row. You got Cincinnati, and then you got Houston. So, I think it's a game where
if you don't win that game, and then you go to Cincinnati, you're probably staring 0-2 in the face. And we know teams that start 0-2 rarely come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost a must-win, like somebody would guarantee that. Lock it.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine that. Austin, you want to go there or no?
No, man. I'm still on the ring camera right now, just making sure no one's coming by. Where are you at? JP, I'm looking at you, man.
I'm out of the lock game.
Oh,
Ever
you're out of
since
the
the
lock game?
triple lock, I've been banned from locking games.
He can't lock. He's not allowed to anymore.
That's fine with me. It's fine with me. Let's come back. Hey, thanks for all the submissions today on X for our Fanatics fan questions. One final segment to go, our final thoughts before roster cuts coming up tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. It is Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 177, has been powering Jacksonville since 1912. Powering where we compete, where we're entertained, our bridges and highways, and where we live and work. IBEW 177 has been powering Jacksonville for more than a century and will continue long into the future. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 177, is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, it's Sam Kavaris. Just like the best players to ever wear the Jaguars black and teal, Echo East Coast Transportation is reliable when it counts. As the team's official transportation provider, they've been getting the Jaguars players, staff, and executives where they need to be, safely and on time, for more than a decade, with the newest vehicles and professional drivers. Call them at 904-631-5466 or find them online at ectjax.com and use the code SAM in the special instructions for your 15% Jaguars discount.
Watch the game, host your crew, or just unwind at BC Grill and Patio at Sheridan Jacksonville, part of the Marriott family of hotels. Enjoy craft cocktails, tasty bites, and indoor-outdoor seating perfect for watch parties, happy hours, and events. Mention this radio ad for 10% off food and drinks. Visit SheridanJacksonville.com or call 904-564-4772. The moment you drop off donations at a North Florida Goodwill, your things start new lives. A donated jersey helps someone suit up for success through education and training. A pair of old cleats helps a job seeker step confidently into new career opportunities. Every donation fuels Goodwill's mission to provide education, training, and career opportunities, removing barriers to employment and building brighter futures across our community. To find your nearest donation center and learn more, visit GoodwillNorthFL.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
You know, so many of these guys, like I told them last night, have been a part of creating our edge and who we are as a team. And so those decisions aren't easy at all, especially as a young coach doing it for the first time, really. Those conversations aren't easy. The decisions aren't easy. But I believe some guys probably helped themselves out tonight in some ways, whether it's for our team or somebody else's team. And ultimately, you want to help guys continue to further their dreams, as well as obviously make our roster as competitive as it can be.
That is Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach, after the game in Miami this past week. And for 12 years, Dreamfinders Homes has been proud to call themselves the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all the available inventory, and go Jags. JP Shadrick, Austin Lane, Pete Prisco. Final few moments of Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings. And a few of the cuts starting to leak out. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN reporting earlier today that DeAndre Prince, cornerback, will be waived, and John Wolford, quarterback will be released. Fred Johnson, of course,
See,
traded
if
to
he
the
had handed the ball off on that play, he might not.
Knew that was coming.
Come on, Pete.
Knew that was coming. I knew it.
That's some of the latest. Haven't seen a whole lot of names beyond those today, but tomorrow, earlier in the day, you'll probably get a whole lot more rolling out, Pete, I'd guess, right?
Well, you have to have them all done by 4 o'clock. So tomorrow's cut day. And look, it's a tough day for a lot of guys. And I get it. I understand that. And I love the people that send out the tweets all the time. Let's be aware that a lot of dreams are going to be dying today. And, we should be. Look, it's a business. Let's be real. You go into it with the whole idea that at some point you're getting cut, right? I mean, that's the reality of it. Whatever you get out of it, you get out of it. But it's a business. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, we're going to give participation trophies out tomorrow afternoon, too, to everybody? What the hell are we doing?
It's a performance-based business, and it's one of the most cutthroat businesses there is, right? And as any player, like you know that going into it. I mean, I'll share a quick story. When I was in Chicago my last year, and the reason I kind of got out of the NFL and chose fighting then, I got cut twice in one day. We were told by 3 o'clock if we didn't get a phone call, you made the team. 2:30 comes around. All right, it's the cut. Awesome. Bring your playbook in. Okay, I'm driving there. It's about a 30-minute drive from where I was staying in the hotel. Had family in town, being from Chicago originally. Had family in town. We're getting ready to celebrate. We're not celebrating, right? So go to practice facility. I'm about 10 minutes out. Same phone call calls back. Same number. We actually made a mistake. You're on the team. We apologize. Very unprofessional. Congratulations. You're a Chicago Bear. It's 4:30 now. We're at like a lunch. We're celebrating. I made the Bears, made the final 53. Get a phone call like at 4:32. Austin, we were actually right the first time. You're getting let go. So got cut twice. Obviously, I'm pissed off now, right? So have to go drive back to the facility and everything. Turns out that they're trying to trade me to Seattle. And they were trying to keep me like, I'm on the line as much as possible, as long as possible, to the point where, they cut me, then they didn't cut me, and then they cut me again. So I meet with everybody, and the intern that cut me, I was on the phone, was almost in tears because obviously he messed up and he's, maybe a little petrified of me because I'm pissed off. And he's like, Austin, sir, I'm really sorry. I'm just like, it's whatever, man. I want to talk to him. I was upset. But then I had to pen an article for Sports Illustrated after I got cut because I was doing a series about getting cut in the NFL. Here's the problem with it. I couldn't tell Sports Illustrated what happened because if I did and really shared my true feelings, I never got another job in the NFL again. Right, because I was that frustrated. So here I am, like lying, like whatever, it was like 500 words, lying about, it was a pretty easy process. It's just one of those things where I'm the last man out. It happens all the time. Sometimes it's a coin flip. I didn't get the right side of the coin. I'm on to bigger and better things. Like that's what I wrote. Meanwhile, I wanted to pen a scathing thing to the Chicago Bears saying, "Oh yeah, I was done an injustice, but you know what it is, man. I had to save grace. I had to take the higher road and." Looking back on it now, Pete, I probably should have really expressed my real opinions about it.
So they were trying to trade you in Seattle. Did Seattle call to try and get you when you were
So
released?
this is funny, though. So then Seattle eventually got me.
Right.
I go there to sign my contract. I wait there for 6 hours in the lobby waiting to sign my contract. They had a fullback get hurt at practice. They had to bring the fullback, they had to bring a new fullback in. I had to go back home. Literally had all my bags packed, getting ready to sign the contract, sit in the lobby for 6 hours. And then I get told that, sorry, Austin, you're going back home. And it was at that point I'm like, you know what? I think I want to try something new.
Wow.
Because they always play that game because the teams, you try and get something if you're going to, you call Seattle.
Yep.
Seattle knows if you're released, they can go get you for nothing. So they wait and they play the waiting game. That's kind of what happens at 3:55 or 3:50 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But the whole, let's be aware that dreams are being ended. We all know that. Let's stop with that. Okay.
And I'll never forget.
It's a tough day. You get cut. Your dream is a lot of dreams are dying.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's like I always say, if the worst thing that ever happens to you in your life is that you got cut from a football team, you've had a hell of a damn life. Okay.
No doubt. Absolutely.
No doubt about that. Hey, no show next week, and that's a fact. We're off on Labor Day.
So the next time, you got your calendar right.
I got it
We'll
right.
be back
Yeah.
2 weeks from tonight.
Yes.
And by that time, the Jaguars will be 1-0.
It's a lock from you. Austin,
It's a
last
lock.
chance.
I can't do it. I can't come with you, Pete. I need to see the on-the-field performance first where I can actually lock a door. Right now, I'm in that ring camera. I'm looking through it, but I'm not locking the door.
Trevor goes for 280 and 1 to Hunter, 1 to Thomas in that game.
Wow. Okay. How many yards for Hunter?
55.
Does he have
through
a
the
pick
air.
in the game, Hunter?
Does he have a pick? No, but he has two pass defensed. How about that?
It's a heck of a debut, Austin. We'll
Yep.
take that. You gonna lock that too, Pete?
No, I can't lock stats.
Stat
You
locker.
never know. He might have an upper body injury we'll never hear about until
you
week
never
8.
know. Pete Prisco, Austin, we'll talk to you, man. Have a good holiday weekend. Thanks to our entire crew, and thanks to you for watching and listening. This is Jaguars Happy Hour, presented by Mr. Chubby's Wings.